Today, as we celebrate the visitation of the Blessed Virgin Mary as she goes off to visit Elizabeth, we heard in the first reading, do not be haughty, but associate with the lowly. And this I see is the key to the gospel, to the cry of Mary, the Magnificat, where she's proclaiming the greatness of the Lord, and she says, you know, He has cast down the mighty from their thrones, but has lifted up the lowly. He has filled the hungry with good things, and the rich He has sent away empty. He has shown the strength of His arm. He has scattered the proud in their conceit. That the Lord shows us through Mary that He goes to the lowest place. That He goes to the lowest place. Like water that goes to that lowest place, always going down, down, down. So does God go to the humble, the weak, the poor. And I know one of the struggles that we so often have with our pride and our vanity is we want to look good in other people's eyes, and the Lord is saying, but if you want to look good in my eyes, you have to let go of yourself. We remember at the very center of pride, the very heart of pride is I. P-R-I-D-E. I. And God is saying, I need you to get out of yourself. And we look in how Mary, as soon as she finds out that Elizabeth is pregnant, instead of saying, oh yes, but I have God in my womb, she gets up and works out how she's going to go and take care of Elizabeth and be with her through the end of her pregnancy and walk with her and help her in that process. And in that, of course, she brings God to Elizabeth. In a very powerful way, of course, she does that by bringing the Word incarnate. And among you, we heard in the responsorial psalm today, among you is the great and holy one of Israel, that she brings God incarnate into the presence of Elizabeth. And while we may not, especially you guys here, be pregnant with God, we are all called to bear Christ in service to those around us. That as we go and reach out, lowering ourselves to take care of those around us, we're called to bring Christ. And in a very real way, we do bring Christ incarnate, because after we receive communion today, right, He will be incarnate within us. And so let us turn to Mary and ask her for that grace. For the grace to humble ourselves, to allow ourselves to be humbled, to go out in service and bringing Christ to every person that we meet.